Welcome to the Leadership Spark podcast, where we equip you to be the great leader your people deserve. This is Corey, and today I want to talk about the cost of leadership. I think oftentimes it's easier to talk about the benefits of leadership and what you get in being a leader and what the benefits are from being a great leader. But there is another side of the coin, which is the cost of leadership. And it's something that people don't talk about a lot, but it's something that I am acutely aware of, and I want you to be aware of as well, because these are realities of leading. And whenever you choose to lead, leadership is a choice. Whenever you choose to lead, and then in your career, maybe you choose to lead at higher and higher levels, you are hopefully counting the cost, because there are costs that come along with it in leading. And it's something that you're sober to, not in a bad way, but in a good way, because it forces you to have a leadership why, a compelling vision for why you're doing what you're doing that is greater than any cost that it will cost you whenever you choose to lead. But sometimes, every so often, I like to talk about the cost of leadership on this podcast. And the one place that I go to is from Kirby Smart, who is the football coach at the University of Georgia. I'm not a Georgia fan, but a couple of years ago, I stumbled across something that he was talking about when he talked about the cost of leadership. And I thought it was so compelling that we've shared it before on this podcast. I wanted to share it again, if it's only for me, because there are certain situations and contexts that I find myself in to where all three of these costs of leadership that I'm going to share today, I've experienced. And it can be a very lonely position to be in if you're not aware of these and you haven't counted the cost of what it means to lead. And so let me share with you these three costs of leadership that Kirby Smart shared recently, I guess a couple of years ago. And let these sink in and let them remind you that you're going to, at some point in your career, you're going to come across all three of these. So let me share these with you. Number one, you will have to make hard decisions that affect people you care about. As the leader, you will have to make hard decisions that affect the people that you care about. There are people on your team, you care about them, and you're going to have to make hard decisions that impact them. It may mean that they're no longer a fit in your organization. It may mean that they need to sit in a different seat on the bus. It may mean whatever the context is, you will have to make decisions, hard decisions that affect people you care about. And just know, as a leader, that's coming. Maybe you've experienced it. If not, at some point, you will have to make a hard decision that affects people that you care about. So that's number one. Number two is you will be disliked despite your best intentions. This is hard. This is hard because we want approval as a leader. We have imposter syndrome as leaders. We all do. I have it. And we want to be liked. We want other people to like us as leaders. We want other people to think we make the best decisions that leaders can make. And we want other people to want to follow us. But the reality is, if you lead long enough, you will be disliked. There will be people who don't like your decision. There will be people who may not like you, or like your personality, or like your leadership style, or like the culture that you create. You will be disliked as a leader because you have to make hard decisions, and you have to make decisions that not everyone agrees with. And that means that people may not like your decisions. And so, as a leader, you will be disliked despite your best intentions. That's a cost of leading. And then number three is you will be misunderstood and won't always have the chance to defend yourself. You will be misunderstood and you won't always have the chance to defend yourself. That's another cost. I can tell you, recently I've experienced this. I have been misunderstood with a decision that I made or will make, or a direction that I wanted to go. I was misunderstood, and I have been misunderstood, and I don't always have the chance to defend myself or to give people the context or explain to them why, or to get them to understand my point of view and why I made the decision that I made. I may even try to do that as much as I possibly can. I'm not always going to be able to defend myself, and so I will be misunderstood. So those are three costs of being a leader that we have to deal with as leaders, and they're not negative, they're positive in the sense of you will run into these, but it forces you to have a compelling why that is bigger than any of these, so that you keep going, you keep leading, even whenever you have to make a hard decision that affects people, even when you're disliked, even when you're misunderstood and you can't defend yourself. Even in those situations, you keep moving forward because you believe in what you're doing. You believe in the vision that you have, and the compelling vision for why you want to lead in the first place is so compelling that it overcomes any cost that it may incur for you to lead. And so I wanted to give you that as a sober reminder, but also an encouragement to keep going as a leader, keep investing, keep fighting the good fight as a leader. And ultimately, at the end of the day, the benefits will outweigh the cost. But there are costs whenever you choose to lead.